Okay, this is your really quick how-to video on how to use InDesign. So when you open up InDesign, if you're opening it up for the first time, you won't be seeing this. What you want to do is go create new. There we go. All right. And then from there, select print, because eventually we're going to want to print this document. Probably not, but we want it to be in a print format. Select an A4 size piece of paper. By the way, you're setting up a document for your documentation if you're watching this video. This is not how to set up a magazine or newsletter style format, okay? Basic, like a Word document. All right, so select A4. We do not want facing pages. Just to make it easier, put it in centimeters for you. We want the orientation to be portrait. Here you can select how many pages you want. I'm going to say that you're going to probably want about 6 pages, and add 2 columns. You don't have to stick within these columns, but it becomes a good guiding line. You can change your margins to whatever size you like. I'm going to say just leave them at that for the time being. Bleed and slug are 2 printing kind of tools slash I guess restrictions that designers limit for how do I say, for when a document goes to printing. We don't need to worry about those. We just need to go create. All right, and then you've got a document like this. If I go over to here, layers works the same as Photoshop. If you've got multiple things on your page, then you'll be able to see where all of those are over here. The main one that you're going to be wanting to look at most of the time, if I pull that down, it's not going to work for me, is pages. So at the moment you can see I'm on page 1, page 2, page 3. If you want to add text, you do so by clicking the T button, click and drag, type in your text. If I zoom in, Control plus, I can change my text type that I am using by clicking on that one there. Size of font, you get the idea. All of your stuff is up there. Make sure that you're in Essentials Classic, though, guys. Don't be in Essentials, otherwise you're not going to be able to see all of these functions. The other things that you need to know are to create shapes, you're going to want to use that rectangle tool, so like just normal block shapes. If you're wanting to insert a picture, you're going to want a frame, or you're going to want to file and then place. Placing will, if I find, do I have an image here somewhere? I'm sure I do. My Bimoji. Okay. If you go file, place, it creates a rectangle for you already. I'll zoom out. What is a bit strange with InDesign, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, is there's 2, I guess, things when you are doing images. So there's the rectangle, which kind of see it as a box that your photo is going to be within. All right, and then there's the actual photo itself. If I click on that center button there, then you can see the orange outline in the middle. If I click and drag, hold shift while you do that, because otherwise it will change the dimension of your photo, so that then it will look really bad, and you can fit your photo within like that. Remembering that if it goes outside that box, that image box, then it's going to get cropped off. But yeah, so that's how you use photos. Or if you want a different photo frame, you could select a ellipse. Then once you have inserted your rectangle or frame tool, then you go file, place again, select your image. Why did that not work? Place. Oh, no. There we go. Select your image, and it will insert it within that. Remember, when you're moving images or the frame around, you need to make sure that you are in the quick select tool. Have a play with everything else that's going on there. What I would suggest, though, let me get rid of my Bitmojis. If I go over to layers over here and I find my 2 Bitmojis, I can delete both of those really swiftly. Okay. My strong suggestion would be start off with a title page. Then what you're going to do is have an investigating page. The same copy and paste functions still work in this InDesign file, so you can also be using those. In this investigation page, you're probably going to just tell me about your what's it called? You're going to tell me about what it is that you're doing for this task. And then another investigation page, which is going to be your when you're finding images of different magazines. And then finally, analyzing the 2-page spread of a magazine. All right. And then you're going to show me your final product probably. And then if you need to insert pages, which it seems I do, you can I'd probably click on that bottom page because we want it to be underneath it. So a 7th page. This 7th page, you're going to write your evaluation. You might need 2 pages, I'm not sure. But yeah, that is going to be the basic layout of your documentation.